Molly, the flying dog.
She's still Craig's dog. She still looks for him.
Molly, who often flew with pilot Craig Smith, she was just as much a part of your morning smiles.
She really was.
On that fateful summer day, Molly was not in the chopper. We were as relieved as the Valley to learn she was not along.
I hand-fed her for about 2 weeks.
But our hearts sank for this pup who would slowly realize her Craig was never coming home.
It was rough for a long time because she was constantly watching for him and expecting him to come in. And it wasn't going to happen.
Shortly after, his parents would let us all know they would take Molly in and love her as their son had.
She's been a blessing to the family. She's just such a good dog, and she's always been such a good dog.
What is it, Molly? What is it?
Craig's parents would keep us updated, sending us this video one Christmas. And for those who knew Craig, it was bittersweet.
She's been really healthy. She has.
But now, the update we all know was inevitable.
He did an ultrasound and seen the tumors inside of her.
Molly's life is coming to a close, too.
And he says it's probably not going to be too long.
A final goodbye.
I'm glad Craig doesn't have to do it. Go through this. Because he was a marshmallow. He was.
A final chapter in the story of a dog who really loved just one.
I don't think the rest of her life she'll ever stop looking for Craig, because a lot of times when somebody comes up the stairs at our home in Michigan, she runs as she thinks it's him coming in, still to this day.
But if it's true, all dogs go to heaven,
she's going to finally be with him.
We know one guy who's been waiting just as long for her.
And I know it's going to be a rough deal. It's going to be hard to cope with for a while.
Craig's parents tell us Molly will be cremated and put with Craig as his parents prepare for this last chapter for Craig to go. They want you to know Molly's not in any pain, difficult to even talk about, resting well. They're simply asking for prayers for their grief.
Yeah, and I know that you went through so much, you knew him so well, and a beautiful story, Katie. Thank you for sharing.
It feels like a chapter closing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I remember when we did that story. I actually talked Craig into doing a story on Molly, the flying dog, and we put her in front of a wind machine so we could make it look like she was flying out there. Interestingly, the photographer who shot that story was Rick Krolak, who was in the chopper with Craig.
Yeah, as Dr. Seuss says, don't cry because it happened, or don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, right?
Indeed.